Hey guys, Betty here. Today's video is going to be my May and June book of the month. I did make this video a couple of weeks ago because I was due to have my wisdom teeth out, but I edited it, and while I edited it, I deleted it. A really rookie thing to do. So today I'm gonna mash them together and just chuck them up as one video. So I do apologise profusely about the gigantic video, but I really want to get this up because I've been doing so well. Yeah, just bear with me guys, okay? So let's move on to book one. Book one is called Fractured by Elle Charles. So let's look at the cover. I'm going to start off with my book of the month with a dark romance. So this is an 18+ guys, this is not for kids, this is for you adults out there. What can I say about this book? I want to start by saying that I didn't finish it because it kind of wasn't what I thought it was going to be. I was really unsure about it, to be honest with you, and you know me, I love a dark romance, I do. I'm usually more fucked up the better. I don't know why, but it tends to float my boat. But this book just kind of, it got on my nerves. There was a lot of repeating. It took me to get to about chapter 7 for me to finally figure out what was going on. And I just really I just didn't like it. It didn't float my boat. So I won't be recommending that book. Sorry babes. On to book 2. Now before I sort of go on about this book, let's just have a look at the cover. This is Indebted, #1 by Pepper Winters. Let's have a look at the cover. Now, if you have seen my other videos, you would know that I freaking love Pepper Winters. I read Tears of Tess by Pepper Winters, and I absolutely just fell in love with her completely and utterly. When I heard that she was, you know, a new novel was coming out, I was just like, dude, I need to get it. I'm not sure how many are in this series, because it's not a trilogy, there's more than 3. So I am going to be spreading them out, so you will be hearing a couple of them in the next coming months, just because I don't kind of want to bore you with just this book in my book of the month. So, yeah. The story basically is about Neela Weaver and Jethro Hawke. And it's a bit like Romeo and Juliet, you know, the Montagues and Capulets, you know, they hate each other. I loved that, like, when you started reading it, there was a backstory about Neela, sort of before all the shit kicks off. You do kind of get to know Neela as a character and as a person, and I really loved that, I really did. Each chapter is from a different perspective, so it's like, one is Neela, one is Jethro, which I loved as well, because it's nice to get both points of view in the story, so I really loved that. Even though Jethro, yes, it's happening again. Jethro was a bit of an arsehole. And yes, I find myself being slightly attracted to him. Ever so slightly. I love the suspense. Will Jethro and Neela find love? Will they? Will they? Will they? You just don't know. And I just love that it wasn't rushed, and I thought it was a perfect start to the perfect series. Book 3 is Indebted, #2, by Pepper Winters. Here's a look at the cover. Seriously, I am falling in love with Jethro. By book 2, I'm like, dude, you need to marry me. Seriously. I love Neela as the character. She's completely blossomed in the second book. Really enjoying the battle between Jethro and Neela. I love how, like, Jethro's trying to keep his control and it slowly slips away. So I kind of love that. The first debt. Jesus fucking Christ, was fucking hot! Loving the relationship between them. And yeah, I'm just totally in love with Pepper Winters. Like, totally. Like, she is my mother from another mother. My last book on May's book of the month is I Hate Myselfie by Shane Dawson. Here's a look at the cover. Before I say anything, I just want to say, Shane, I am a subscriber. I do watch your videos a lot. I do think that you're a funny guy, and I do really, really enjoy the content that you put out on YouTube. But, the thing that gets on my tits with Shane Dawson is he's like 27. He's like a fully grown adult now. And I understand that he's gone through a lot of shit in his life. I understand that, you know, he was fat when he was younger and he lost all that weight and then he had hanging skin and he had it removed and, you know, yeah, okay, power to you, yeah. That was a really big thing to go through. I apologise profusely that, you know, that you feel so negative towards yourself, because I wouldn't wish that on anyone. But babes, get over it, because it is seriously fucking annoying. Like, I will watch a couple of his videos and then all of a sudden he will like take the piss out of himself about being fat, and I'm just like, dude, just get over it. Like, that was a part in your time where you don't want to remind yourself all the time. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're a better person now. Just leave it there. You don't, the self-hatred is not attractive, and I just think you're a funny guy and I love you, I really, really do, but I just think you need to chill out and you need to like start loving yourself, start leaving that side of you go, okay? Like, that's the past. Look to the future, you know? But yeah, the book, I kind of loved how he asked the fans to make like an artwork for each chapter. I loved that. It was a little bit gimmicky, but I thought that was a nice personal touch. Why is everything about fucking school? You're 27. I understand that you have sort of a younger generation kind of following you, but it's like school was horrendous for every single person on this planet. Do you know what I mean? Like, you are not the only one to have suffered badly in school. We've all got bullied. We all had shit in school. But we all know that it doesn't last forever. Do you know what I mean? As soon as you leave school, life does kind of get a little bit better. So, you know, maybe you should leave that alone. Just a tip. I think he tries too hard as well. The constant self-loathing is ridiculous. But I will admit that after reading his book, I did kind of connect with him a little bit, because I have similar addictions. As I do have a really, really addictive personality. And it was kind of nice because I kind of related to him in that way. So, yeah, I mean, the book was okay. I wouldn't buy another one. And that's all I've really got to say about Shane Dawson, really. June's Book of the Month! And the first book is The Second Debt, Indebted, Book 3 by Pepper Winters. Let's have a look at the cover. I can't harp on enough about this freaking series. Like, I'm really, 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 really enjoying it. I have loved how she came up with the idea of this, and I've loved how like she's written Jethro, and I've loved how she's like seen Neela and the whole entire sort of Hawke family and the Weaver family. I have absolutely loved it. I really, really have. I loved the bit at the cemetery on book 3. I did like, and I very rarely shed a tear at books, very rarely. I don't really cry that much sort of over books and movies and stuff like that. So I was like, yeah, showing me some feeling. I find myself looking forward to these debts because they are seriously like how did she come up with them? Seriously, I don't understand. Oh my fucking god. The ending of book 3 was like, no! It really, really was. It really, really was. It was. On to book 2 is a real book! Yay! I do sometimes like to get the old paperbacks out. Oh, the smell of knowledge. Love it. Right, Bitten by Kelley Armstrong. Now, I want to tell you the story behind this book because I'm a retard. I started watching a programme on Netflix called Bitten, and I fucking fell in love with it. I saw sort of in the credits that it was based upon a book by Kelley Armstrong. So I was like, dude, that book sounds familiar. Like, I'm sure I've read that before. And then I looked through my bookshelf, and lo and behold, I've read it before. I've had this book since I was like 16, and I read it and I completely forgot about it. And then as soon as I was watching this show, I was like, I need this book in my life, and I already had it. So what did Betty do? Betty read it again. First off, I want to start with, I wish that she had picked a better name for her leading character. Elena, Vampire Diaries, Elena. That's all I thought about was the Vampire Diaries. So, yeah, that sucked a little bit. Loved how Kelley Armstrong writes. I really, really do. She's very disruptive, but she's like it's simple. Do you know what I mean? Like, she doesn't go into too much detail of, like, the crack in the pavement, sort of, you know, the look of green on the trees, you know. She's not that extensive with her descriptiveness. It was nice and simple and easy to follow, do you know what I mean? Because sometimes, a book that I've read before, Lord of the Rings, by L.R. Tolkien, J.R. Tolkien, something Tolkien. Now, I've read those 3 books and The Hobbit, and it was a struggle because it was so descriptive that you kind of get lost in the story sometimes. I did love Kelley Armstrong, that her writing was brilliant. She kept me going, she kept me in the story. Although, I will have to show you. As you know, I am freaking blind. I wear contact lenses and I wear glasses. Now let me show you the size of this fucking print. Like, seriously, like, that is small. That is really, really small. So it was a bit of a struggle for me to read because I was just kind of like most of the time. No, I really, really enjoyed it. Clay and Elena. Oh, you know me. I do love a good romance, and I love them. Elena's very Buffy, I find. Very Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I feel like there's a hidden meaning sort of in this. Like, you know, that normalcy doesn't have to be necessary, you know? Yeah, I loved it. And I thought it was great. So, and this, I would read this. Like I said, I bought it when I was 16. It is brilliant for like teenagers, sort of young adults. It was a brilliant, great book, honestly. Book 3. Now this book is Grey by E.L.James. Now before I start going on and on, here's a look at the cover. Now, the reason why I hate this book is kind of half my fault and kind of half her fault. I hate her, you know it. I don't hate her as a person. I just think she could have done better with her writing, personally. Don't hate her. But I bought this book because I thought maybe she's like read all the criticism that she had for like 50 Shades, and maybe she's kind of improved it a little bit in Grey. I don't know. Like I said, it's Christian Grey's sort of point of view. I didn't finish it. I bought it for £3.79 from Amazon. Is it worth the hype? No, it is not. The reason why I'm kind of like, it's kind of my own fault, because I personally didn't need sort of Grey's version, you know. I liked him as mysterious. I didn't want to know his thoughts and sort of what he was thinking. I loved how hard and how dominant he was. You know, that's kind of my own fault for reading this book, because this book kind of does paint him in a picture of sort of being a lovesick puppy, and I don't like that. I like strong, arsehole men, as you know. And I've written you, obviously the greedy bitch was going to do a Grey version, so... I mean, like I said, if you like the 50 Shades of Grey series and, you know, you want to see Christian's kind of side of it, then yeah, get it. But personally, I'm kind of wish that I didn't, because I didn't need it. Book 4. And the last book, ladies and gentlemen, is... Now, my friend gave me this book to read. Now, this does say a lot about my friends. It is The Juliette Society by Sasha Grey. For those that don't know, Sasha Grey is a porn star. So, and you know that I love a bit of sex, don't you? I do it, like, I'm totally gonna give it a bash. I totally am. I found this book extremely odd. There's no real story to it. Like, it's called the Juliette Society. The Juliette Society is a sex club, okay? But she doesn't mention, like, the Juliette Society till the end of the fucking book. Well, what have you been waffling on about when it's about the Juliette Society? Like, I didn't get that. Like, I found that very, very, like, really, really strange. There's no real plot. She dreams a lot. Like, she has these dreams and she talks about it, and she goes through this chapter where she's talking about cum quite a lot. So this isn't for kids, loves. I just thought it was a bit meh, to be honest with you. She should stick to her day job, because it was crap. Although I did finish it, but I'm kind of like, I've lost like 2 hours of my life. Hey guys, those are my books. Now, when I edit this, I promise that I will try and not be a rookie and fucking delete it this time. It really, really pissed me off, because after I had my wisdom teeth done, I was kind of like not in the mood, obviously, to make videos and stuff. And I cried. I cried when I deleted it, because I was just like, oh my god, I'm never going to be able to get it up. So yeah, I will try my very best not to delete it this time. Stupid. So yeah, guys, if you have any book recommendations that you kind of want to recommend, pop them below. Follow me on Goodreads, guys, bettyblackbat, also Twitter and Tumblr. All the information is, yet again, down there below. Please like and subscribe, you know what you're doing. And I hope that you are well, wherever it is with you. And take care, and I'll see you again.